Hello, everyone. Welcome to my week one match of the SADL, the Showdown Amateur Draft League. My opponent this week is the King City Kingdras. Their roster, as you can see right here, is on the board. I can scroll down and you can see their Terra captains, as you can see right here. So basically, before we get into the match, I'm going to do a quick rundown of the team I bought, and then I'll actually send the challenge to get the match started. So Dragapult, very big. Important member of my team. I'm running Choice Scarf here with just enough speed to outspeed Choice Scarf, Hisuian Zoroark. Main reason for that is because it is one of the best revenge killers for my Dragapult. Originally, I didn't have any speed because Dragapult with no speed and a Choice Scarf is actually fast enough to outrun +1 Gouging Fire. So we have enough speed for that, and we OHKO it with Draco Meteor. So it's a big check to that, as well as a potential late game sweeper. We have Hex because we have a lot of hazard potential setup. We have Thunder Wave. We have some sleep as well. We get show later in the team, along with Shadow Ball, just easy to spam. Next up, we have High Priestess, our Uxie. Very integral part. My opponent has a lot of potential setup mons. I'm mainly scared of Gouging Fire and Manaphy. So being able to encore or put them to sleep is huge. Also, knockoff for the utility and U-turn. We're running more special defense than physical defense, mainly because I'm scared of the Uxie. Next up, we have Justice the Zapdos. This is a pretty simple special defensive set here. Main reason for this thing is to help check Manaphy, as well as spread paralysis to Manaphy, Gouging Fire, also on things like Clefable as well. Even Jirachi, this thing is mainly also a check for potential Choice Scarf Jirachi, being able to resist Iron Head and potentially paralyze it with Static. Roost to keep us healthy. Heat Wave to hit Terra Ice Kilowattrel, as well as to stop Kilowattrel from being able to switch in for free, getting good solid damage off. Then we have the Empress, which is our Primarina. This is a physically defensive calm mindset. Physically defensive so we can eat hits from things like Gouging Fire, as well as Jirachi. Um, we have substitute here, so that way we can sub in front of things like Clefable and dodge Thunder Waves. Calm Mind, Liquid Voice, Alluring Voice, very repetitive right there. So that way we can stop setup sweepers as well as getting the extra damage on it, and Draining Kiss for our HP recovery. Next up, we have Clear Amulet, Revavroom, our Chariot. Clear Amulet here. This is mainly just for Overquill, being able to set up in front of Overquill and not get intimidated. He is one of our Terra captains. He's Terra Ground, so we have the Iron Head here mainly for Clefable. High horsepower hits. This mine goes crazy against my opponent. High horsepower hits like a lot of stuff, especially Overquill, Gouging Fire. And then Temper Flare, this is mainly here for Skarmory. We don't want to get walled by Skarmory. And of course, we have Shift Gear to set up. Basic set here, I really didn't find any calcs that really worked. I was just like, I want to be max attack adamant. I want to be as fast as possible. Then we have Wheel of Fortune, which is our Iron Treads. It is our Rock Setter and our Spinner. It's running Okaberry. This specific spread allows me to live +1 Protosynthesis boosted Flare Blitz from Gouging Fire with an Okaberry at full health. We have Earthquake, obviously, to hit the Gouging Fire, and we have Wild Charge. It's a last-minute check to Manaphy, because we are always faster than Manaphy with this specific spread. So there we go. That's the team we're running. Let me see if my opponent is ready. All right. So he's ready. I will send the challenge. Let me make sure I have my team. And boom. Challenge sent. Hide this real quick. So all right. We are in the challenge. And so, first off, I see my opponent did not bring Kilowattrel and he did not bring Manaphy. That's actually pretty good. Those are two Pokemon I'm pretty fearful. He did bring the Hisuian Zoroark, and he did bring Overquill. Surprised to see the Crocolore here, but that's actually pretty interesting. He brought Chinchino. Chinchino's a mod I'm not extremely prepped for, but it's not a Terra Captain, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to start off. I'm just going to lead with Zapdos. I feel like Zapdos is my best league because I can just paralyze something. Basically, the only thing I fear with his Zapdos lead is because he does not have the Kilowattrel to immune Thunder Wave. The only thing I fear is maybe an early Chinchino lead. Hide all these. Close. Hide. There we go. Full screen. So he does lead early with the Chinchino. Um, I am just going to Thunderwave this thing if it wants to set up on me. I feel like Zapdos is not as I am faster than it. That's huge. He tidies up immediately. Cancel. That is not what I meant to click. And I think I'm just going to go out into Wheel of Fortune here. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually huge for us. He gets the paralysis. I'm surprised I'm faster than Chinchino. I am max speed, but that means that his Chinchino is extremely slow. He does triple axle me. This is unfortunate. I didn't want to take a lot of chip on this, but just Earthquake here. Tidies up again. Gets rid of my rocks. That's actually a good play by him. I should be faster than this 100% of the time, though. So the rocks is unfortunate because that does allow his gouging fire, if it's not boots, to get in and not take a lot of damage. So we'll see how the rest of this game goes. I do not like taking that chip on Iron Treads, though, because like I said, I want this thing to be able to live gouging fire. He goes straight into it. This is completely fine by me. I don't mind getting my chip on this. Oh, okay, that's a huge play by him. Not gonna lie, that's a misplay by me, but that's perfectly fine. That's actually a good play by him. I completely wasn't even thinking about the Zoroark here. This thing looks to be Specs possibly. Just gonna roost. He's just going for it. I think this thing is Specs. I'm gonna chip this. I'm slowly running out of my gouging fire checks, but that's perfectly fine. That's a huge play for me. Thunderbolt once again. That's a yeah. I'm getting pretty lucky here. But I need it on my side. I'm not gonna lie, gouging fire scares the shit out of me. That was a good play by him going into the Zoroark and disguising it as the gouging fire because he should know I'm very threatened by gouging fire. It's the most threatening Pokemon team. Opponent's playing very well here. He said he was not very sure going into this game. He was very nervous. He thought he did not have a good chance. But he's playing very well, I have to say. He already eliminated one of my gouging fire checks. So like I said, I'm scared of gouging fire. I have so much prepared for gouging fire. It's insane. Um, now let's see what his play is. He goes into the Overquill. I'm curious as to what I can do. I'm going to roost once. He bar barrages, gets a crit and a poison. He deserves that, by the way, like 100%. I'm just going to take some chip on this thing. I'm going to Thunderbolt it. I'm not switching into my Reviv room just yet because I want to see if he sets toxic spikes. He sets regular spikes. That's really bad. I need as much HP as I can get on most of my Pokemon. I'm going to Thunderbolt one more time because if he switches out, I can. I'm Thunderbolting once more because basically, yeah, if you bar barrages, that's fine. Uh, bar barrage spikes. Bar barrage spikes. Wonder if he's toxic spikes. All right, I'm gonna go Reviv room here, and I'm going to shift gear once. It might be too early. I hope it's not too early on the shift gear. Um, he crunches. That's fine. I just high horsepower here. Yeah, take that out. He is Rocky Helmet. Goes into the Crocalore. I'm going to Terra Ground high horsepower here. I think I'm in a position now where I can just play around Dragapult winning. I don't think this kills because this thing is unaware. Terra Water. That's a good play by him. I like that play a lot. He's able to kill me. Um, I'm just going to go out into Empress now, and I'm going to substitute. He slacks off. That's fine. Uh, Basically, he should never be able to kill me, and I can probably just PP stall this thing, even with the unaware, and it's going to force him to switch. He's playing very well. I have to hand it to him. He's playing phenomenal for what this match is. I think I'm going to Alluring Voice here. He Psy Shocks. Great Psy Shock. This is Leftovers. I wonder if this thing is Paraflinch. It's not. Okay, that's good. That's good. It's not Paraflinch, which is great. He does weaken me a lot, but that's fine because Crocolore can never kill me, or it's going to have a hard time killing me. And if he goes Gouging Fire, he can't set up on me. This Crocolore might win him the game. I'm not going to lie. Goes Gouging Fire. It's kind of bulky, it looks like. Going to he flare blitzes. This game's close. This game's close. The Crocolore, that was a good play by him. Basically, just yawn right here on whatever this Gouging Fire wants to do. Perfectly fine here. You turn into Crocolore. I probably should have knocked off. We'll see what this thing wants to do. I think I Shadow Ball once. He yawns. That's perfectly fine. I don't mind that at all. Mm. Yeah, whew. This game has gotten way too close. I'm not gonna lie, I played it pretty bad with throwing away. I I say I shouldn't have expected his we'll just yawn here. Yawn is always the play against his gouging fire. He's proven he's not extremely offensive. He's breaking swipe. He's breaking swipe. I'm gonna knock off here if he goes into Crocolore. There we go. And then I will yawn as well. Got rid of the Eviolite. That's huge for the Crocolore. Um, Basically, he slacks off. That's fine. Because I can now U-turn. If he yawns too, uh, he flamethrowers. That's great. Okay, cool. Because now I can hex this to death. Um, he's getting a lot of chip on this, unfortunately. I don't have a lot of damage. Okay, this game's very close. This game is a lot closer. Uh oh. Chip the gouging fire. That's fine. I can go high priestess. Yeah. Unfortunately, this game is not very good for me. Has not been good for me. I can't yawn this thing, unfortunately, but I can encore it into Dragon Dance, and now I can U-turn because this spike up sucks. I have to admit, he played great around killing my hazard setter. I Draco here. All right, cool. I pretty much win the game from here. Um, Very much. He kind of choked with that play a little bit because I can like essentially just PP stall Crocolore. I'm gonna ask him if he yawned. Fortunately, a misclick on his behalf. That's whatever. Um, if it was a yawn, that's a good play by him. This Crocolore put in work. I'm very. I was nervous. Don't get me wrong. I was nervous. I knew my opponent had what it took, and I prepped very hard for this game. Um, and my opponent brought two Pokemon that I was he didn't bring two Pokemon that I was fearing. So I kind of got blessed there, but unfortunately, yeah, it's terrible last water. So just yawn again, basically, and then go into yawn. He yawns. That's fine. I will just encore. I think he keeps misclicking. I feel bad for him. He said he was playing on phone. I'm ensuring my win. I hope he's not getting upset. I would feel really bad if he got upset. Um, but yeah, because I don't need him finding a way to edge back in and win. Because my high priestess is not offensive at all, so I really don't need him like I said, finding a way to be able to win. Um, basically, GG. Sorry about the misclick. It happens. That's unfortunate. He gave me a run. He gave me, like I say, he gave me more of a run for my money than I was expecting. He was downplaying himself, and I wasn't necessarily downplaying him, but I felt confident in what I had prepped for. And of course, he didn't bring things that I did prep for. And what he did bring did very well into my team. Like I said, getting this spike was potentially dangerous. Um, so, anyways, I'm going to download the replay. And of course, uh, eh, of your potentials. Sorry, I'm just texting, explaining to him. I got lucky. I was faster than Chichino at the very beginning of the game. So, anyways, let me upload, share. Oh, I did not mean to click that. Sorry. I rarely ever save replays. I will upload. Manaphy is hard for me to switch into. I understand I have Pokemon that are faster than Manaphy. Like I said, Zapdos speed ties Manaphy. My Iron Treads is supposed to be fast enough for Manaphy and has Wild Charge. Obviously, Dragapult is faster than Manaphy as well. So I do have things that are faster than Manaphy, but the thing was that if it got set up, and not to mention if it was like some Take Heart set, oh my god, yeah, that thing would have ran through me. Uh, he seemed to be getting upset. So, anyways, he gave me a run for my money. He made it a little harder than I thought it was going to be, but nonetheless, GG to my opponent. He played great, actually phenomenal. So I'm going to end the video right here. We got a 2-0 victory. So we got a victory. There was a lot of the differential is not great. Uh, because there's a few 6-0. There's one 6-0 and I think two 5-0s. So those are obviously much better differentials than my 2-0. So yeah, basically. But we'll move forward with the week. Cut it off right here.